Hold up. Are you trying to tell me that Remette took their already innovative gravity knife design, improved it, and somehow dropped the price 20%? That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. And if you hang out past that, I'll also tell you how you can get 2 Remettes for the price of 1. Stick around. What it do, Kripple Krew? EDC with DVD, disabled but deadly. And you heard me right. I am going to tell you how you can get 2 Remettes for the price of 1. It's going to take a little bit of patience, though. Do me a favor first and stab that like button like you mean it. Make sure that you've /subscribe, and it definitely helps the channel when you share these videos on your socials. I know folks have seen videos on the Remette WD107, a very nice knife, so that's why we're not going to start with it. Instead, we are going to kick it off with the Remette RT Snow Leopard. The Remette RT Snow Leopard comes in at 6.81 inches overall length with a 2.76 inch M390 Drop Point blade with a satin grind on the flat and what they call their fine pearlescent finish on the rest of the blade. This is a flat grind. We have a close length of 4.06 inches, a blade stock thickness of 120 thousandths, and a weight of 3.95 ounces. This is a gravity knife, which means you use gravity to get the blade in and out. There are multiple styles of gravity knife. You know, I have a couple of button lock gravity knives where the button locks it open and closed, and you use gravity to open them. But last year, Remette came out with the Swordfish, which was a very innovative gravity knife design. And the Swordfish used this style of mechanism where your slide here activates these wings on the side. Those wings bite in on both the spine and underneath on the belly side of the tang. There is a spot underneath the tang on both sides where those wings bite in underneath, which locks us out rock solid side to side or up and down, unlike an OTF, say. When you raise the slide again or move the slide again, it opens those wings and it allows that blade to fall freely. So while this looks similar to an OTF, an automatic out the front knife, this is definitely, I would say, more reliable because you don't have the springs in here to launch the blade in and out with that slide or with your actuator switch. Instead, this moves these wings, blade just slides in and out. A lot less to go wrong, and much, much more solid lockup. Because not only is that underneath the tang on the top and bottom, but when you're gripping it, you are making sure those wings stay locked closed. I want to talk about the ergos on this. They definitely, even though this is smaller than the Swordfish, I believe it's more comfortable because of the way that they have designed these angles. We don't have a straight rectangle here. We've got, the raised ramps for the wings here. We've got a pinky ledge that's jimped. And with my extra large size glove hands, I am fully locked in. I also feel like I have much more piercing power than a standard OTF. The Swordfish did something very similar where the CNC millwork is just amazing. They continued it on this Snow Leopard here. And the Swordfish that I checked out was DLC coated. And so when I felt all this texture when it was black. I honestly at first thought it was carbon fiber, but it's a 3D milled texture on those scales, and it feels great and it looks awesome. It also adds more traction when I'm locked in on that knife. We have a tip up as the gods intended, mostly deep carry, milled titanium pocket clip that even though it's short and pretty tight, it actually goes in and out of the pocket great. Even with my 511 tactical pants, which have rather thick pockets, this slid in and out better than I expected. The nice thing is they also include a leather sheath that you can carry this in if you'd prefer, and just drop this in your pocket. Now the Swordfish, when it came out, it definitely, it's very innovative. There's a lot of time in milling, and we have beautiful materials with titanium and M390. And the Swordfish was, over $300. A fair price for what you're getting, but a hard price for some folks to swallow. And I'm going to tell you that even though they have made this design better with the Snow Leopard, the way that this texture gets finer and ramps up on the actuator switch, the way the wings work and bite into the tang, the ergos, all improved versus the original Swordfish, and yet this is only $255. I think that is very fair. And at the time of recording, there's only 3 of these left on the Remette website right now. I'm sure they will restock, but these are selling out pretty quickly. I want to point out that our plunge grind starts here, ends here, so we actually do have a decent amount of sharpening life. And because these bite in well back here, you can enlarge that sharpening choil as you need to in the future. M390, very corrosion resistant, and it holds an edge for a good long time. It's not the toughest, but this isn't necessarily a hard juice knife. I mean, this is not a hard juice knife. So I think M390 is a fantastic choice for this blade. Couple quick size comparisons. We'll start off with the TRM Neutron 2, which is slightly longer than our Swordfish. How about a Spyderco Paramilitary 2, a knife a lot of folks are familiar with. This is the Wharncliffe Rendition from Cutlery Shop, and it's an inch and a half or so longer than our Snow Leopard. Fix that right quick. So, if you like innovative knives, gravity knives, OTFs, or just something different, I think the Swordfish is a fantastic, Snow Leopard is a fantastic pickup and an improvement on the Swordfish. Now, let's take a look at the WD107 from Remette. There's been multiple versions of this knife, including 14C28N budget versions. This version is one of the premium carbon fiber, titanium, and M390, of course. And what you're looking at with the WD107 is 7.92 inches overall length. So we have a full-size knife here with a 3.28 inch drop point blade of M390, again at 59 to 61 HRC with satin finishes and flat grind. We have a close length of 4.64 inches, so plenty of grip space. A blade stock thickness, again at 120 thousandths, and this time a weight of 3.6 ounces. This is a button lock, and it is a plunge style button lock with very well tuned action. The detent on this is phenomenal for the reverse or thumb flick. Very well tuned. I mean, it does feel almost like there's a detent ball in there. And then when I push that button, it just closes. As long as I let go of the button, I get no bounce back. It just sucks that blade in. Yes. Very well tuned on the plunge lock. Our titanium, we have, full titanium scales with, in this case, copper foil carbon fiber overlays and a mid-length backspacer. And I'm okay with the Remette being right there and no other billboarding. Other than it probably says M390 somewhere on this blade. Yes, it does. It hides it on the tang there. We have a tip up as the gods intended, right hand only, milled pocket clip. That, yes, it is right hand only because it is inlaid into the scale. And the way that it sits on this carbon fiber, it went in and out of my pocket very well over the last couple of days. Where the WD107 really shines is ergos. Whether I am back here well behind the pivot, where I get a full 4-finger grip, or up in this generous finger choil, where you can see somebody with a 2X or 3X glove would have plenty of room. It feels great in hand. There's a little bit of jimping, but it is enough to lock me in here with the way that these ergos are. Very comfortable in hand. Oh man, that actuation is fantastic. The overlays are done very well and look great on both sides. I like how they match on both sides. I also like this textured, knurled button. Very easy to actuate. But when I'm in the choke up position, I'm nowhere near hitting that button. Very good placement. This knife, on the Remette website, all versions are sold out. However, these are on Amazon for $198. Or you can get one of these with a Remette Rhino liner lock for $199. So, for pretty much the exact same price, you could pick one of these up by itself on Amazon, or you can pick one of these up with the Rhino included. They have it with either the black G10 Rhino or with the green G10 Rhino. I will link both of those in the description. Those are Amazon affiliate links. They do help the channel if you use them, but that's completely up to you. I'll, of course, also link that Snow Leopard, but the Snow Leopard is not an affiliate link. I don't have any affiliation with Remette at the moment. One thing that I will say about Remette is even though I've only handled a few of their branded knives, I have handled quite a few budget and premium production and prototype knives that they have OEM'd for other companies. And Remette has a lot of experience, and they are not playing around with their premium knives. This truly feels phenomenal. Lockup is rock solid, bank vault solid, up and down, left and right. The design of this plunge is done very well, and our contact with the stop pin there just makes this very secure in hand. Our plunge grind starts here, and as you can see, it does taper a bit, but not too bad. So we do have quite a bit of sharpening life. And again, with this M390, you're going to hold an edge for a good long time. We have a nice long flat grind, so it comes down to a very slicey edge. I could definitely recommend the WD107 if you're somebody that likes plunge locks. I know there are some people out there that don't. I am a fan of them, and if you like plunge locks, this one is done phenomenally. Here it is compared to our PM2. Definitely closer in size than the Swordfish. Still a little smaller. Let's go back again to our TRM Neutron 2, which is going to come in a fair amount shorter than our WD107. And one more size comparison. How about the Snow Leopard? So these are our two Remettes today. Both done very well. I'd like to know your thoughts on these knives down below. Which one do you prefer? I hope everybody has a killer day, night, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Stay safe, stay frosty, but most importantly, folks, stay deadly.